We continue our reading of Lest We Forget, a daily devotional by author George R. Knight. Today's reading, November 3, Adventist Mission Explosion, Part 2. Thou must prophesy again before many peoples and nations and tongues and kings. Revelation 10:11. From the perspective of Adventist history, the 1890s was an excellent time for a Protestant mission explosion that would nearly complete its penetration to the remote corners of the earth. As we saw yesterday, the development of the Adventist mission mentality through 3 stages had positioned the denomination to take advantage of the new impulses surging through the larger Christian community. Beyond that, Adventists had published their first book on foreign missions, historical sketches of the foreign missions of the Seventh-day Adventists, the same year, 1886, that D.L. Moody stimulated the birth of the student volunteer movement. Then, in early 1889, the denomination sent S.N. Haskell and Percy T. Magan on a 2-year itinerary around the world to survey opportunities, problems, and possible mission sites in various parts of Africa, India, and the Orient. They fully reported their tour to the church through the pages of the Youth's Instructor, the forerunner of Insight. Thus, mission and mission service began to capture the hearts and minds of Adventist youth in a manner similar to the way the non-Adventist student movement affected thousands of young people in the larger Protestant world. In November 1889, the General Conference session took the momentous step of creating the Seventh-day Adventist Foreign Mission Board for the management of the foreign mission work of the denomination. The same year saw the Home Missionary developed as a periodical aimed at promoting the various aspects of missionary service. The establishment of Foreign Mission Board was more than symbolic. It proclaimed that Adventists were at last ready to take their mission mandate seriously. Never again would Seventh-day Adventists be backward about foreign missions. To the contrary, they would become known for their efforts to reach the entire world with their special message of the 3 angels, spreading not only it but their publishing, medical, and educational institutions wherever they went. Lord, we appreciate the importance of the final message of warning that you have given your church. Help us to support it with our prayers, our money, and even our lives, if you call. This concludes our reading today of Lest We Forget.